Sup everyone, XQW Wilo WA2 ADC here, and today we're racing at Tsukuba in the Toyota SFR cars. But we had a free choice of car, but this one seems to be the best for this race. So most of the drivers have picked this car, but some didn't, as you will see further up the grid. Please fix penalty in P5. We have Ozil in the Sol Supra car, Jonah F1 in P10, Brekis in P11, and here we are starting in P13. So as you can see, not really our best race in these cars, so we're still going to try to make the best of it. As you can see in the background, you can see a big truck. It's got Max Power who decided to choose the Toyota Tundra. So really awesome choice for him. What a legend. As we get this race on the way. So it seems like we managed to get quite okay off the line as everybody goes to the right hand side to try and defend the inside of the corner. We're just going to try around the outside. Seems like it helped us to gain at least one position. Yeah, one position it seems like, but a bit of gas in front of us. And looks like we managed to get up to P11. And some more contact happening right alongside us, and seems like somebody is spinning out. And a penalty in front of us as well. 2 seconds for the check in front of us as we overtake another car up to P10. And after this hairpin he will probably have to serve his penalty. So right here, so that gets us up to P9. Already quite a good start, managed to stay out of trouble. As we have a big gap in front of us and a big gap behind us, so seems like we managed to escape all of the incidents. So it seems like it's been a good choice for us to try and go around the outside at the first corner. Always risky, but we had quite a lot of room because everybody decided to go to the inside of the corner. So let's now try to catch up towards the cars in front. So we can see somebody spinning off. It's Azil, it seems like, in the Supra. So the only different car from our cars is spun around and out of the top position, it seems like. So now he probably has to battle with the Tundra truck of got Max Power. So up to P8 we are, but as you know, we're not too quick in these kind of cars. So just going to try and do our best to keep this position and not drop too far back. Very difficult track to make overtakes. It's just yeah, a track of a couple of hairpins. So definitely not a lot of overtaking opportunities. If you want to try and overtake, you have to make massive dive bombs. And also these cars seem to bring out the worst in some people, in my opinion. A lot of contact always happens in these kind of races and I don't really like it. And mostly I just end up shuffling wide by other cars. Or being shuffled wide by other cars, I mean. So it seems like we're not really gaining a lot of time to the cars in front. But looks like they're starting to battle a little bit, so that might help us. We could also see at the back of us Marchi SCE. He seems like he's coming back to us. Because he had a big penalty, but didn't seem to ruin his race too much, because 2-second penalty, but still didn't seem like he had to slow down too much because we're in quite slow cars. So that probably has played in his advantage. Right onto the back of the cars in front, but the Czech, yeah, he managed to make a move through the inside of it. So down a position we go. So it seems like he just managed to find a gap. A good clean move by him. It's still all to play for because we managed to get back towards the back of the other cars. So he decides to go for another move through the inside of the Italian and up to P7 he goes. Can we follow him along side by side with the Italian? But the next car will go to the inside, so it will be difficult. Let's try to hang on around the outside, but it wasn't going to work, it seems like. And here is also a corner you don't want to go side by side on. Very risky to do. So we find ourselves still in P9, but it seems like all the battling is starting to unfold, as the Italian managed to get back towards P7. And also no pit stops in this race, so it will just be overtaking on track. No fuel to worry about, no tires to worry about, so just an all-out race. So as you could already see, it will be quite elbows out, as we have the Frenchman who went off, but seems like he's back on track. So probably a bit of lag problems for him. So that's also something we have to keep an eye out for lagging problems from the cars in front. Something I don't really like to see because it's always very risky. You can just make contact with someone and you don't know it, or you know it because yeah, you hit him, and the game decides that you hit him, but you didn't actually hit him because he's sometimes 2 or 3 positions in front of you. So that can be very risky. So you can see him jumping around once again onto the final corner. So let's hope that won't be too much of an issue for us as he goes wide again. But back on track. So still into the long train of cars, and as you can see how difficult it is to try and make a move. You really have to hope for a mistake from the car in front of you. Or just try to get the car in front of you offline. But that's definitely very risky to do. Also very risky to lose position yourself if you do that, because the cars in front of you are also lurking behind and lurking to try and go for an overtake somewhere. So they're really rubbing their hands if you try to go for an overtake and it doesn't work out. So you just can take your position away, and maybe the position from the car in front of you as well if you battle too much. Slight contact with the Czech. So sliding into the back of him, but yeah, it still seemed quite alright because we both managed to continue. Definitely not intentional by us, but he braked a little bit earlier than I expected. But no major issues happened and no penalty as well. So you can see it's turning quite chaotic in front of us as well. As we're going to try to go side by side through the last corner. So a bit of contact and everybody decides to defend the inside of the corner. So we're going to try around the outside. Let's see if we can managed to pull it off. 3 wide to the first corner, but we just get slightly pushed off to the grass. And sadly enough, we lose all our positions down to P10. So very, very frustrating. Really felt like we managed to do it around the outside, and we see a freshman just pushing us off as well. So really getting mugged in this race. I'm quite surprised by the Frenchman because he obviously had seen us, I think, because we were side by side. I think I even had my nose ahead, so that's quite strange that he just ran us off. And also the Russian in front of us, now he's in front of us, but he also managed to overtake us. So yeah, quite frustrating to lose our positions. I think we done a nice try at the first corner to go for some more positions. But that's just the story of these kind of races, you just get run off the track, and that's very frustrating. It's not difficult to run somebody off track, in my opinion. You can yeah, it's very easy to do, to just run somebody off track. So yeah, we're definitely very frustrated at this point. So let's try another one on the Frenchman. He defends the inside. Let's try to go around the outside. And can we make it stick around the outside? No, seems like we can't. So as you can see, once again, we have to stay behind. Very difficult to make an overtake. If we want, we can also run some people wide, but we're just not going to do that. Don't think that's really racing if you decide to drive like that. So you can see the Frenchman having once again some lagging problems. As we have a good run into the Russian. But once again, we are going to have to try around the outside. As also the Italian in front just got run off the track a bit. Good cut back we have from the last corner, and up to P10 we go. So finally we managed to make a position with a clean overtake, as he just runs to the back of us, or was going to try to push us wide, I think, but it just didn't work out. So we look behind, he just drives it to the back of us, and we just get pushed wide, and he's going to overtake us by that. So he didn't even wait to give us a position back, so yeah, definitely very frustrating. Luckily he has a 2-second penalty. Well deserved, I would say. So now we managed to go back up to P11, but sadly enough we lost the position by all of the contact in this race. Or yeah, at least from the contact to the Russian. But yeah, that's why I don't really like to see these races coming up on the calendar, because you just know it's always kind of like that people try to run you off or hit you into the back. And it's just so frustrating, because I just want to race, have some good clean races, some nice fights, but it seems like most of the time it's not quite like that if these kind of races come up. So at the end of lap 13 right now, so let's still see if we can manage to make up some more positions. As we can see, the Englishman trying to go to the inside of the Italian, but didn't quite work out for him. So you have to slide back in behind. I think we quite done everything right that we could have in this race, but yeah, due to all the circumstances, we just dropped back. I think P5, P6, P7, something like that would have been possible. So you can see car to the gravel. It's Robin, the Frenchman. It seems like this time it wasn't black and we managed to overtake him. So at least we're up to P10. And on to the final lap we go right now. In 10th position. So can we still go for an overtake somewhere? It will be quite difficult. But yeah, I just wish these kind of races, they could be so much fun, but they just end up like with a lot of contact and just people pushing each other wide. So that's what makes it not so much fun in my opinion. But they could be great fun because these races could be very close together and a lot of battling, but because people just drive each other off the track a bit, it's yeah, quite ruined, I would say, the good race it could have been. So we just miss a gear, and that helps the Russian behind us to catch up. Let's not hope that we lose our 10th position at the final corner of the race. So he's getting very close, but seems like we just managed to hold on for at least the top 10 finish in this race. Could have been a lot higher, I feel like, but yeah, this is what it is. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and hopefully see you next time. Bye.